Virgo, hi guys, how are you doing? It's Lisa, and I'm here to do the mid-month reading for the month of October in 2022. It's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. If you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoy it and you'll come back to see me again. And you have been here before, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you for the support. Oh, all right. All right, what can I tell Virgo for October 2022? What does Virgo need to know for October 2022? All right, we got the Knight of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and Judgment. All right, looks like we'll see what we can find out from this, and I'll pull another deck and get clarifiers, and then at the end we'll pull a couple oracle cards. Okay. All right, Virgo. Looks like starting out. This is a representation of how you feel about yourself. With this Knight of Cups energy, I feel like you're feeling very creative, maybe a little romantic. Maybe you're looking into possibly, if you're not with somebody, maybe thinking about starting to date, or you have a crush on somebody. And I feel like you're definitely feeling that, like maybe you're looking for a new relationship. It could be somebody that that you've worked with for a while, not worked with necessarily, but that you've known for a while. But when I see this, like what you actually want right now is teamwork and collaboration and to cooperate with people. And whether it could be a work setting, but it could also be a social setting. So now it makes me wonder, it's like, okay, well, are you feeling romantic about somebody at work? Do you have a crush on somebody? Does somebody have a crush on you? Let's see. Now the Emperor energy, it came up as maybe something that causes you a little bit of anxiety, some fear maybe. And now I don't know if this represents a person to you in your atmosphere somewhere. Very authoritarian, very, very strong. Sometimes can be a little overbearing maybe. So I don't know if this is somebody that, you work under. And the Emperor also makes like the hard decisions. Like they are the ones that, if there's going to be things that have to be done a certain way, a lot of people maybe shy away from it. But the Emperor energy doesn't know. It's like, I will make the hard decision. So it's like, is your fear about this person? Like, do you really just not get along with this person? Or is it you? Like maybe you don't want to make these hard decisions, and that's kind of making you like wary in a sense. And I do see that you have this Page of Wands coming up in like what is actually going for you. So in my mind, it's like, okay, you have ideas, and there's potential in situations and things. Could be jobs, could be businesses, it could be relationships. So in any sense, you have the idea of what has potential and what could actually open up an opportunity for you. And again, you were feeling very creative, whether it was going to be romantic or just in like a hobby that you feel very creative about and you want to build on it. Because this Queen of Cups energy comes up. And this is something, now Queen of Cups, very nurturing, loving, caring, but also can be in the negative, can be very suffocating, can be like overbearing as that part, or overly emotional. So I don't know if that's something that's going on in your environment, that there's somebody like that. and you're kind of running into them? Or is this something, it really does, it feels like somebody else. I mean, it could be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, does not have to be, it does not have to be a specific sign, and male or female, that doesn't matter. But I just feel like, so somebody here is, wary of this, the hard decisions, or the person who's this authoritarian person. But also, what's not going for you is these maybe overrun amount of emotions, or just being too vulnerable. Not like the strength of the Queen of Cups, where she's got a lid on her emotions. It's not like that. It's almost like something is actually, just causing it to be like too much emotion. And then the outcome, though, we do have Judgment. And with the Judgment, it's about, you'll review some things in the past. And, you're going over some things and you're like, okay, well, could I have done this differently? Could I have done that differently? Maybe it didn't have to turn out like that if I would have done, like you're actually just rethinking and trying to decide on what I wish I could have done. And then also thinking about, but if it happens again, I'll do it this way. So you're trying to, figure out how you can you're going to assess situations and then think about how you can, make them better. All right, let's get some clarifiers and see what we can find out. Let's see, Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Oops. All right, we got the Lovers and Judgment. Wow. All right, so as you were feeling very, very romantic, very creative, and I feel like this might be about a possible new relationship that you're looking into. And I'm wondering how much that is, are you rehashing old relationships? Are you thinking about, where did things go wrong? What got away from you? What you could have done differently about this relationship or about the past relationship? So now if you're thinking about a new one, you're actually doing the whole assessing the situation, and you don't want to fall into the same trap that you had before. So what about this Three of Pentacles? Oops. All right, we got the Queen of Swords and a Three of Swords. Now I feel like if this was a heartbreak and you were getting over it, maybe it was in your place of business or your work or whatever, and I feel like you definitely were this person could represent them, it male or female, but it could have been somebody very strong, very honest. They have they're a protective sense about them, so maybe they were very protective of you or what their things were. Maybe they were overprotective. And maybe that's one of the things that happened. Like your situation, you didn't want somebody to be that protective of you. And that's what makes me wonder about this Emperor. Because, that strong authoritarian, I got this, I'll take care of it kind of attitude. And maybe that was not what you were trying to recreate. Like maybe that's what was there before. And I think that's like forefront in your mind right now. Because I don't know if this Emperor person, whoever's representing that to you, is, that new, if you were thinking about the new relationship or something. And as I really feel like you want to not get into the same situation that you had before. What about this Emperor? All right, the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I feel like with this, now this energy, this Emperor energy, again, something could have went on or could currently going to go on where, you can't trust them. Maybe you felt like a little betrayed from them. But there's so many options, and, ideas that you could have, some of them up in the air. And that could be that feels like this energy might have been stopping you from being able to use these options, to all the options that were open to you, all the choices you could have made. I feel like with this Ten of Swords energy, it's almost like they stopped you from using those options, or they're going to stop you from using those options. And I feel like that's why you're reassessing everything over here and continue. Huh. All right, so what about this Page of Wands? What's this Page of Wands here for Virgo? All right, we got Six of Wands and the King of Swords. All right, so it looks like going forward, I mean, you're going to have a victory. You're going to succeed at something. Possibly work, possibly relationship, social group. I'm not sure. But I feel like this King of Swords energy, this could be somebody that you're around, you know, they're very, very firm, very fair, very strong. And they're kind of, you know, much like the Queen, you know, where they'll use their mind over their heart for most situations. So I don't know how they are to you, or is that possibly you using that characteristics to protect yourself from whatever went on before. That was, I mean, it's just forefront in your mind. And I think you're trying to think of, I don't want to go through all that again. So what about this Queen of Cups? Got the Ace of Swords and the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess, she is all about intuition and seeing the hidden about things, like being able to go within and go, you know, just think on things a lot. There's definitely a success happening. So I'm wondering, like, if you are able to go within and see what went on over here that, you know, maybe you don't want it to recreate it again. So you're able to see it, but you were able to pull a success up out of it. Now you still kind of want to be careful because the Ace of Swords can be a double-edged sword. Depending on the way it's used, you know, good or bad. And with this High Priestess energy, I feel like it's like, all right, so finding out what you didn't know or what you should have known can have different reactions for you. Like you might say like, okay, that's great, I got this, or I really wish I didn't know that feeling. So what about this Judgment? Let's find out the Judgment for Virgo. October. Mid-month for Virgo. Oh, the Hermit. And the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're feeling very solid, very, you know, very grounded. The Pentacles is your energy normally, but I also feel with this Hermit energy, you're still trying to get in your own head. Like you're trying to figure out what circumstance happened here that you don't want to recreate. So for whatever is on your mind, and I think it was just, I feel like it might have been a relationship. Maybe somebody was too controlling, somebody was a little, you know, kind of just authoritarian, kind of like, you know, taking care of it, or taking care of you in that sense. Maybe you didn't want to be taken care of that much. You just kind of like wanted to, you know, live your life. And I feel like you will have a victory in regards to something. I'm not exactly sure what the something is. But I feel like you do get to a point where you're going to just keep, because if the Judgment came out with the Hermit again, it's almost like you're still thinking about it. I mean, it's just the middle of the month, but so maybe you still have to go through it in your head and be like, okay, well, what can I do to not do that again? All right, let's see if I can pull an oracle card. I'm doing this around the, actually it's right after the full moon. The full moon was in Aries last night. Oops. But we have, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. All right, so yeah, that makes sense. You want to, whatever these bad vibes were that you were like rethinking and trying to go over it, figuring out how to make it not happen again. Oops. It's time to release it. All right. Passion and sadness. All right, now these are the energies of the reading, kind of like your aura coming out. Passion, I know it's like, just feeling very passionate about something like you did originally. I know I say things like like it's already happened. It's not, but you're going to feel very passionate about whatever this idea, this opportunity that you were thinking about. But let me see if I can find sadness if you want to hang out for a couple minutes. Because it usually has another meaning than just being sad. And of course, I swear I'm colorblind. Okay. Sadness can be demonized as an unwanted emotion, but it's part of being human. Without sadness, we cannot truly appreciate the other feelings that will come after and uplift us. This card is a reminder that sometimes we need to feel sadness in order to appreciate the goodness. Like all things, sadness passes. All right. So that kind of makes sense. All right, Virgo, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the reading, can you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment if it resonated, and I will be talking to you in a couple weeks. All right, thank you. Bye.